Hello there. That's my favorite Obi-Wan Kenobi line. I don't know, I just wanted to say that.
Do you think independent filmmakers are being pushed out by mainstream media?
I mean, no, I don't think they're being pushed out by mainstream film or big box office movie. They're not being pushed out. I think, man, this is a really big question. Okay, so from the studio side of things, they want projects that they know are going to be successful. It's really tough. I mean, if you had $5,000 to your name and you had to make a project, would you want to make a project that was artistic, maybe more of a risk? Or would you want to make a project and put your $5,000 into something that you knew had been a success before and would be a success again? 9 times out of 10, most people would invest that money in something that they know is a sure shot. If I said, hey, you're gonna have this surgery and it's been done 1,000 times and it has about a 90% success rate, do you want to do that, or do you want to go with something that's new and cool and different, but we don't know how it's going to turn out? So if you would do that with $5,000, imagine 300 million, 400 million, 500 million. So from the studio side, they want to invest into rich IP that they know is bankable, that they know has worked before. They know that if It's a Wonderful Life worked then, we can turn it into The Family Man with Nicolas Cage now, and it will be a success. And then we could keep doing that. Remember that movie that you kept watching when we were growing up? The one where you could go it was like Hot Tub Time Machine and Click, wherever you could just go back in time. And that movie has been told 1 billion times by different people because that has been proven successful. So Hollywood wants to look for IP that they know is successful, i.e. all things Marvel, all things comic book, all things, best-selling authors and that kind of stuff that has a proven audience, proven IP. They think like business people over artists. They think, this author has a massive following. This many people bought their book. That's already a built-in interest. If we make that book, get this star and this director and put it together with that producer, that's gonna make money. They want to make movies, but they want to make money. I think seeing that trend be successful, I don't want to say has pushed indie out. I think it's changed the trajectory over independent film. You look at some real estate agents. Some real estate agents want to sell and show you apartments and condos and townhouses, right? That's a lot of real estate agents do that. And then there's some real estate agents that are only gonna sell luxury multi-million-dollar homes. That's the only thing they do. It seems that Hollywood and the studios are going more in that direction where they don't want to make $10 million. They want to make $1 billion. Can I make $1 billion with this? If you look at the slate that Warner had, it was like a bunch of films. They had a $500 million deal. They made all these films, but at the end of the day, that $500 million turned into $3 billion. So they want to make big swings and they want to make big hits. They want to go for grand slams. They don't necessarily care about your base hit. The sad part about this is that the consumer followed that trend. So what you saw with Marvel is they're releasing Iron Man and a lot of people went to go see Iron Man. They're releasing Frozen and a lot of people saw Frozen. So the market was telling them this is where it is. Now inherently, the films that we all grew up and love, your It's a Wonderful Life, your Good Will Hunting, The American President, anything Aaron Sorkin has ever touched. Those type of films we grew up to love, those mid-budget movies, those have been kind of lost in the shuffle. I don't want to say have been pushed out, but I think that people need to be reminded that those are the movies that actually make us feel something, and those are the movies that actually have lasting impact on us, and we watch them over and over again. I think there's a resurgence of that. I was on a plane recently, and I was in the bathroom in the back of the plane, and I was walking back to my seat, which is kind of in the front of the plane. It was like 6 or something, or it's 8 or whatever. And I'm walking back up, and I was watching everybody's TV screens, so I'm always curious of what people are watching. And everybody was watching something that wasn't a superhero movie. Everybody was watching dramas. They were watching comedies, which I thought took a big hit. I was just surprised that no one was watching Avengers, no one was watching Guardians of the Galaxy, no one was watching Batman. Everyone was watching, episodes of White Lotus. People were watching, just really rich story-driven projects, and that to me shows me that these films are on the rise, obviously with Sean Baker and what he did with Anora, what he's done throughout his entire career, and that winning the Oscar. I think it's a signal to people that there are stories out there that we really care about, but until I'll put myself in that boat, until we, the consumers, support those projects, the studios can't really get down. So you need to support these indie filmmakers that are making the Anoras of the world and things like that. And I think that is what will impact independent film coming back. It's on the rise like nobody's business right now. This is the time for independent film. It is the time to write your shit, make your shit, and forget the noise. And then us as consumers, we've got to go out to go to the letterboxes of the world and the IMDb's of the world and support that type of content. It's not a versus. It's not big budget movie versus small guy. We need both. I want to see Good Will Hunting, and I want to see Top Gun. I want to see The Gladiator, and I want to see Anora. So I think it's both, but we need to make sure that we're throwing our support in the theater, TVOD especially, SVOD if you have to, but really supporting the type of projects that independent filmmakers are making, because that's the shift that you're gonna watch more than anything. Good.